Jakarta Station is one of Indonesia's oldest and most historical significant railway station. Located in the Kota Tua area of West Jakarta, it serves as a major public transportation hub for commuter lines, intercity travel, and heritage tourists, attracting people from diverse backgrounds. And a public space, the station contains various public signs such as direction, warnings, and prohibition that regulate passengers' behavior and provide information. These signs reflect institutional authority and social interaction within the transportation environment. The study analyzed public sign at Jakarta Kota Station using a linguistic landscape approach, combined with pragmatic and semiotic analysis to understand how visual elements and language convey meaning and influence visitor. The findings highlight the role of public sign as effective nonverbal communication tools in creating order, comfort, and positive user experience.
The pragmatic of dilarang membawa binatang baik di lingkungan stasiun maupun di dalam KRL. No animals. The public sign dilarang membawa binatang baik di lingkungan stasiun maupun di dalam KRL function as a form of direct institutional communication aimed at regulating passenger behavior in a public transportation setting. Although the message is short and declarative, it conveys a clear and authoritative instruction. Based on Shirley's speech act theory, this sign can be classified as a directive speech act, especially a prohibition. The use of the word dilarang makes the illocutionary force explicit and leaves little room for interpretation. Pragmatically, the sign directs passengers to refrain from bringing animals into the station area and trains, with the expanded perlocutionary effect being user compliance. The institutional authority behind the sign strengthens its pragmatic force.
Semiotic Sample 1. 1. Denotation. At the denotative level, the sign literally states that bringing animal into the station environment and inside KRL trains is not allowed. 2. Connotation. Connotatively, the sign shows that animals are viewed as potential source of disruption, danger, or discomfort in public transportation. It emphasizes the importance of cleanliness, safety, and order within the station space. 3. Myth. A. Order. Public transportation must be well regulated. B. Safety. Potential risks must be prevented. C. Discipline. Passengers are.
Linguistic landscape. From a linguistic landscape perspective, this sign is a top-down sign produced by an official transportation authority. The use of formal Indonesian as a monolingual choice reflects institutional power and target local users. The sign demonstrates how language in public speech serves not only an informative function but also a symbolic one, asserting control and maintaining social order within the station environment. The pragmatic of dilarang merokok. The public sign dilarang merokok represent indirect communication between the authority and visitors. Based on Shirley's speech act theory, this sign is classified as a directive speech act as it aims to prohibit and control visitor behavior by forbidding smoking in a specific area. Through this sign, the authority expects visitors to comply with the rule for the sake of comfort and health.
Semiotic Sample 2 Denotation. The sign displays the text "Dilarang merokok, no smoking," often accompanied by an image of cigarette crossed out with a red line. 2. Connotation. The sign conveys the smoking is strictly prohibited in the area. The red cross symbol refers the message of restriction and authority. 3. Made. A. Health awareness. Smoking is considered harmful to both smokers and others. B. Public comfort. The prohibition supports a clean and comfortable environment. C. Discipline. Visitors are expected to obey rules in public space.
Linguistic landscape. This a top-down sign produced by authorities. Its monolingual use of Indonesian ensures clarity and reflects institutional power in regulating behavior in public area. The pragmatic of dilarang membawa senjata api atau tajam tanpa izin. Carrying firearms or weapons are prohibited. The public sign dilarang membawa senjata api atau tajam tanpa izin function as an explicit form of institutional communication aimed at regulating passenger behavior within the train environment. The message is concise yet authoritative, clearly conveying a rule that must be observed by all passengers. Based on Shirley's, this sign is categorized as a direct speech act, especially a prohibition. The use of the term dilarang signals a strong illocutionary force, directly instructing passengers not to carry firearms or sharp weapons while using KRL service. The intended for locutionary effect is passenger compliance, contributing to safe security and public order during travels.
Semiotic Sample 3 Denotation. Denotatively, the sign states the carrying firearms or sharp weapons is not permitted inside KRL trains. 2. Connotation. Connotatively, the sign implies that such objects pose potential threats to passenger safety and might disrupt the sense of security in public transportation. It also suggests its explanation of lawful behavior and respect for collective safety. 3. Made. A. Security. Safety ensured through regulation. B. Authority. Institution control potential harmful objects. C. Social order. Peace is maintained through compliance.
Linguistic landscape. This is a top-down sign issued by an official authority. The use of formal Indonesian emphasizes institutional power and reinforces norms of safety, legality, and public order in public transportation space. Pragmatic of masuk. Entrance. The public sign masuk represents indirect communication between the authority or building management and visitors. Based on Shirley's speech act theory, this sign is categorized as a directive speech act, as it aims to direct or allow visitors to enter a particular room or area. Although this consists of a single word, the situational context gives it illocutionary force as an instruction or permission to enter.
Semiotic Sample 4 Denotation. The word masuk display on a door or entrance area of a building. 2. Connotation. The sign indicates that the area is accessible and open to visitors. It also conveys clarity and ensures that entering the area does not violate any rules. 3. Make other lines. Public spaces are organized through clear signage. B. Accessibility. Visitors are provided with guidance to move easily within the space. C. Obedience. Visitors are expected to follow the instructions provided.
Linguistic landscape. The Masuk sign is a top-down sign created by an authority or institution. It is monolingual, using Indonesian, which reflects the participle of good reason to ensure the message is easily understood by the majority of visitors. At the same time, it represents the participle of power as it shows the authority control over visitors' movement within the public space. Pragmatic of dilarang makan dan minum. No eating and drinking allowed. The public sign dilarang makan dan minum di dalam KRL serves as an explicit form of institutional communication intended to regulate passenger behavior within the train environment. The message is concise yet authoritative, clearly conveying a rule that must be followed by all passengers. Based on Shirley's, this sign is categorized as a directive speech act, especially a prohibition. The use of the word dilarang signals a strong illocutionary force, directly instructing passengers not to eat or drinking while inside the train. The expected perlocutionary effect passengers' compliance, contributing to cleanliness, comfort, and order during travel.
Semiotics Sample 5. Denotation. Denotatively designed states that eating and drinking are not permitted inside KRL trains. 2. Connotation. Connotatively designing place that eating and drinking may cause disturbance such as litter odor or discomfort from passengers. It also suggests expectation of self-discipline and respect for shared public space. 3. Made. A. Cleanliness. Public transport should remain hygienic. B. Discipline. Personal behavior must align with public norms. C. Comfort. Shared space demand mutual consideration.
Linguistic landscape. From a linguistic landscape perspective, this sign is classified as a top-down sign produced by an official transportation authority. The use of formal Indonesian reflects institutional dominance and target local commuters. The sign performs both information and symbolic function by asserting authority and reinforcing norms of order and clean lines within the public transportation system. Pragmatic of loket. Counter. The public sign loket represents indirect communication between the authority or institution and visitors. Based on Shirley's, this sign is categorized as a representative speech act and is provides information about the location or function of a service area. Through this sign, visitors are informed where they can access service such as registration, information, or transaction.
Semiotic Sample 6. Denotation. The word loket counter display at the service desk or administrative area. 2. Connotation. The sign indicates a place where official services are provided. It also shows order formality and accessing institutional service. 3. Made. A. Organization. Public services are systematically arranged. B. Authority. Services are managed by official staff. C. Efficiency. Visitors are expected to follow procedure to receive assistance.
Linguistic landscape. The locket sign is a top-down sign created by the institution or authority is monolingual, using Indonesian to accommodate the majority of visitors. This reflects the participle of good reason, ensuring clarity and easy of understand, and the participle of power as it marks an official service point regulated by institution. Pragmatic of dilarang membuang sampah di KRL. Do not litter. The sign dilarang membuang sampah sembarangan di KRL is an institutional message regulating passenger behavior. Based on Shirley's theory, is it a directive speech act? The word dilarang shows strong authority and aims to encourage compliance for clean lines, comfort, and environmental responsibility.
Semiotic sample 7. 1. Denotation. Denotatively, the sign states that passengers are not allowed to throw garbage indiscriminately inside KRL trains. 2. Connotation. Connotatively, the sign implies that careless waste disposal can disrupt cleanliness, cause discomfort, and negatively affect other passengers. It also conveys an expectation of personal responsibility and respect for shared public facilities. 3. Made. At the level of made, the signs reinforce the ideology that a modern and orderly public transportation system depends on disciplined and environmentally conscious passengers. Cleanliness is construed as a collective moral obligation rather than merely an individual choice.
Linguistic landscape. From a linguistic landscape perspective, this sign is categorized as a top-down sign produced by an official transportation authority. The use of formal Indonesian reflects institutional power and target local commuters. The sign serves both information and symbolic function by asserting authority and reinforcing norms of clean lines and disciplines with the public transportation environment. Pragmatic of jalur evakuasi. Evacuation route. The public sign jalur evakuasi represent indirect communication between the authority and visitors. Based on Shirley, this sign is classified as a representative speech act, as it provides factual information about the location of the evacuation route to be used in emergency situation. Through this sign, visitors are informed where to go in order to reach a safe exit.
Semiotic sample H. 1. Denotation. The sign display the text jalur evakuasi, evacuation route, usually accompanied by an arrow and pictogram of a person moving toward an exit. 2. Connotation. The sign indicates direction and guidance for safety during emergencies. It also implies urgency and preparedness is potentially dangerous situation. 3. Mate. A. Safety. Public space must prioritize the safety of visitor. B. Awareness. Visitors are expected to recognize and remember emergency routes. C. Responsibility. Authorities are responsible for providing clear safety information.
Linguistic landscape. The jalur evakuasi sign is a top-down sign created by the authority or institution. Is it generally monolingual, using Indonesian to ensure clarity for the majority of visitors? This reflects the participle of good reason, as the message must be easily understood, and the participle of forward, as the authority regulates movement during emergency situation. Pragmatik of dilarang duduk di lantai dan menggunakan kursi lipat. Sitting on the train floor or using a folding chair are not allowed. The public sign dilarang duduk di lantai dan menggunakan kursi lipat function as an explicit form of institutional communication designed to regulate passenger behavior within the train environment. The message is concise yet authoritative, clearly conveying a rule that applies to all passengers. Based on Shirley speech act theory, this sign is categorized as a direct active speech act, especially a prohibition. The use of the term dilarang carries a strong illocutionary force, directly instructing passengers not to sit on the floor or use folding chair inside the train. The intended perlocutionary effect is passengers' compliance, which contributes to safety, comfort, and orderly spatial use during travel.
Semiotic Sample 9. 1. Denotation. Denotatively, the sign states that sitting on the floor and using folding chairs are not permitted inside KRL trains. 2. Connotation. Connotatively, the sign shows that behaviors may obstruct movement, reduce comfort, or create safety hazards for other passengers. It also implies an expectation of proper conduct and respect for such public space. 3. Might. A. Order lines. Public space must remain organized. B. Discipline. Visitor must behave properly. C. Respect. Shared space require appropriate conduct.
Linguistic landscape. From a linguistic landscape perspective, this sign is classified as a top-down sign produced by an official transportation authority. The use of formal Indonesian asserts institutional authority and target the general public. The sign fulfills both informative and symbolic function by reinforcing social discipline and maintaining spatial order within the public transportation setting. Pragmatic of dilarang masuk, no entry. The public sign dilarang masuk represent indirect communication between the authority and visitors. Based on Shirley's, this sign is classified as a direct active speech act, as it aims to prohibit visitors from entering a specific area. Through this sign, the authority expects visitors to refrain from entering in order to maintain safety, order, or privacy.
Orang masuk No entry often placed at doors, restrict area, or a unsafe location. 2. Connotation. The sign conveys restriction or warning, indicating that the area is not accessible to the public. It signals that entering that area may lead to danger or violation of rules. 3. Mate. A. Authority. Curtain space are controlled by institution or official. B. Safety. Restriction are necessary to prevent accident or harm. C. Discipline. Visitors are expected to respect boundaries in public space.
Linguistic landscape. The dilarang masuk sign is a top-down sign created by an authority or institution. Is it generally monolingual, using Indonesia to ensure the message is clearly understood by the majority of visitors? This sign reflects the participle of power, showing institutional control of speech and the participle of good reason, as the prohibition is conveyed in a direct and unambiguous manner.
Conclusion. Based on the findings, public signage at Jakarta Kota Station plays a significant role in shaping passengers' conduct and ensuring orderly public transportation activities. Viewed to clearly pragmatic framework, the sign operates as directive and representative speak edge that guide passengers to adhere to station rules and regulation. From a semiotics perspective, proposed by Barres, the sign communication meaning that extend beyond the explicit message. At the connotative level, that promote values such as discipline, safety awareness, and consideration of others. While at the mythical level, they construct the idea that compliance and self-discipline are fundamental traits of responsible commuters. In terms of the linguistic landscape approach, the sign reflects institutional authority and policy implementation by transportation authorities. Therefore, the sign functions not merely as source of information but also as symbolic instrument or social regulation in public environment.